Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. I grew up with music. Music, trust me, it saved my life. There was nothing else left but the music. I'm talking about for a very, very, very long time. I remember getting so depressed, I sat in one chair for probably 4 days. 4 days, only getting up to eat and use the bathroom. And didn't half eat. Everything had begun to taste like cardboard to me. Everything had begun to taste like cardboard. I didn't want the stuff. That's nothing I've been dealing with a long time though. From time to time, I just don't want to eat. Even more so now. I mean, it started a long time ago. Actually, I'm one of the few who will read the ingredients. Been doing it a long time. A long time. Anyway, you know, I live in Houston, Texas. Population unknown. Unknown. City government and the city seat of Harris County. So, with that being said, where are we, people? I would like to address the the powers that be. Where are we? More games, more tricks, hmm? More games and plots, schemes, and tricks in an effort to do what and stop what? Do you see what's going on around you? By the way, on a side note, have you noticed that since all of the social media have been purchased by those people, all of legacy media, those other people, all of cable media, news networks and things of that nature, those people, there's been no mention of the Epstein files. All of those babies dead, eaten, raped, cannibalized, and shipped like human meat in shipping containers as they screamed aloud at the docks of the port. Yeah. And no one says a word about it. No one. Not your city council members. I haven't heard them speak on the Epstein files. We're going to keep it local today. Keep it local. Anyone heard anything in Harris County or Houston at the media level or the political level about the Epstein files? The short answer is no. You have not. Neither have I until now. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of silence. Silence. As the powers that be sit there in pretty much dereliction of duty to the American people. That's as I speak. Some of them say openly that that they, that they don't care what you think. You meaning the American people. In a country that feels like it is a proxy of the nation of Israel. Nation of Israel. That sounds funny. Synagogue of Satan sounds a lot better. It rolls right off the tongue. Right off the tongue. But anyway, my editor or one of these social media sites might get me for it. Anyway, it really doesn't matter. They can flag them both or shut them both down. It still won't matter. You know, you would be surprised. Anyway, you know how bad you've been played, how far we've been ahead of you. Look at some of the legal paperwork I was filing. In most of it, you will, in one shape, way, the form, sometimes in very small letters in the corner of a docket. document, you will see the words tick tock. Are you getting it? You're being fed a line. You are doing exactly, you, trust me, you're being fed a line. You're just playing your role. You're just playing your role. Nobody is nobody and nothing is nothing anymore. Everything is equal, and that means you arrive at zero when everything is equal. I mean, that's on more than just a philosophical level. But anyway, where were we? What did you wake up with this morning? Monday morning. What did you wake up with? Powers that be, anger, hatred, resentment. I mean, exactly what was driving you this morning? You know how long you've been flying helicopters around me? Since 2012. You're lucky I can't just get my hands on an RPG just to show out further down the street I've been shot at you. I could see myself. Whoop. And you having no fucking training at all as far as how to dodge this simple ass rocket. And I'll use some banking now. It's too late. Anyway, what drives you? What really drives you? Because you're angry, but the whole system is angry right now. It's not that. It's not just the local people here. No, it's the entire system. They're angry. Is this personal? And are we still having a test of wills? Because we probably shouldn't be having one at all. But is it personal? Because honestly, it's not personal yet. If it was, I would be going after people by name, and it's a shitload of them. Ask the district attorney. She has her entire dossier with pictures, dates, times, and other intelligence. I'm sure of it because I'm the one who made the dossier and hand carried it to the district attorney's office. You get what I'm saying? Some people call the police, other people go to the district attorney's office. Sometimes it just go that way. Anyway, what's driving you? I mean, at some at some point, it's just senseless. I mean, have flying helicopters over me ever worked? We still here, aren't we? I still did what I did in 2012, helicopters. 2013, more helicopters. 2015 and 14, more helicopters. 17, 18, and 19 and 20, more helicopters. 25, dot, 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 more helicopters. My point is, how has this activity or behavior served you? And then you show the actual power structure and hierarchy at work. What you do? Just hop in one and just fly off? No, someone told you to. Someone alerted you. Maybe it was one of the powerful or the would be powerful. You know, that just would be powerful because none of them are powerful except in the structure that they have designed to be powerful in. Outside of it, it ain't worth a fuck. And they're not worth a fuck either. Now, all we have in a test of wills. Do you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on? You have a disturbed weather pattern now. It may not seem like it. It's going to get ugly, folks. You have a disturbed weather pattern. I have been a Houstonian, give or take, for 5.5 to 6 years, max 4.5 to 5. Actually, I have watched storms my entire life. I have never seen a storm move in the pattern that is moving now, and neither have the weatherman. He probably have to look it up. It may have happened in historically. I'm just saying, in all of my life, when storms come in to this area, tropical storms, they're off the Gulf and they move north across Louisiana and up the coastline into Florida and beyond. Anyway, this one is doing just the opposite. So I ask, and this may sound out of place, but are we having a test of wills? You know, the storms will seek me out. And if they seek me out, it's for a reason. Maybe I'm calling him, or maybe it's the angels and God saying, Here, here's the hammer you need. You use this one. Use this hammer. At any rate, they will seek me out. And and are we having a test of wills? Are we having a test of wills? Because I mean, are we having a round two here or something? I mean, are you offering further resistance? If so, you are tough. You are tough. I mean, even when you run the risk of what you run the risk of, I mean, do I have to describe it? You know what you run the risk of at this point if you live in Houston and you know how and you know why, and in some cases you even know when and who. So there's nothing missing. All of the available data is almost public. I'm sure that a lot of spy agencies have worked up dossiers on my black ass. I'm sure the FBI have, the CIA, uh, the Mossad, the KGB, and they're all here watching my black ass. And and quite honestly, that's what they should be doing because this is going to get interesting as soon as me and this guy figure out if we're having a test of wills or are we finna have round two. And what's with the helicopter? Man, like I said earlier, I'm going to rattle your cage. We're almost there. Man, God's going to let me rattle your cage. Or worse, or worse, you don't know what you're dealing with here. I can build a wall in the wall, I mean, in the air, and you'll just run into it. I'm telling you. I mean, did you miss the demonstration? I did it with paper, and the paper just flying through the air, and then boom, slid straight to the ground. Pow. I didn't want you to see that, but I had no other choice. A bacteria laced piece of paper. It flew up off the street as cars were driving over it, and it was coming right for my face. I didn't know what else to do with it, and so I had to do some hocus pocus on it. That piece of paper could have very well been your helicopter, like the movies, just hitting a wall that you don't see. Anyway, what's this all about, though? Who's offended this time? The city council? The mayor? Maybe it's the governor of the state? Huh. Respect. Respect. Is that what you're experiencing, or is it fear? We're going to get back to that storm, though. That storm and how it got to be. In fact, let's get to it now. And we may get back to the great state of Texas where every black man is between 18 and 65 and 70 had better watch himself. Half the society seems to be on the rampage. The other half, lucky for us, that they're busy uh, exercising their civil rights by engaging in civil unrest against the authorities. Like I said, windows of opportunity, of opportunity. And there are windows here for us. But anyway, are we having a test of wheels? Because I don't want to have a test of wheels. I don't want to have a test of wheels with you. You're only going to get angry and then scared and then angry and then scared and then finally do something stupid, something unbalanced and unhinged. That's what you're going to do eventually anyway. This is why I made the situation clear from the start. You are either going to do the right thing or you're going to have to pick up a gun, or maybe a bomb, or maybe call up a demon or summon a fallen angel, maybe even the jinn. I don't give a damn who you're going to call, but there's nowhere else to go with this one. I mean, obviously, the universe has spoken. Will you stand against the universe? Will you buck God and thereby his representative? Will you poke God in the eye and thereby his representative? Will you offer God resistance like I did? I offered God resistance. But you know what I found? Resistance was futile. That's what you will find too. Resistance is futile. At any rate, are we having a test of wills? I mean, because I remember stating last summer that we won't be ignored and it won't be business as usual. You do remember that, right? Do you guys write any of this down? Because, maybe you should write some of this down like in a notepad so you don't forget and it don't look like you forgot and make me feel like you heard what I said and you bucking. Not really bucking, that's the wrong word. That you're offering resistance or we're having a test of wills that I don't want to have. I would prefer that you just did what's right without much fanfare. It's always easier and far less stressful. Trust me. Every time I've done something that I would consider wrong, it stressed me out. Not because I had got caught. It was just the fact that I knew that I did it. I knew that I said it. See? And it stressed the fuck out of me. It really was like a weight around my shoulders for 3, 4 weeks and sometimes even longer. Anyway, that's just because of my better character and my humility. So are we having a test of wills? The, because again, I mean, predictability. I mean, it's becoming predictable at this point. Everything is predictable. Once things have become predictable, then they sort of lose their effectiveness, be it tactics or anything else. They cease to be effective and it makes you look like you're at the end of your rope. You've done every trick, every trade, every scheme, every plan, and you're just starting over like in 2012, like when we were all green and you had never seen anything like me. Remember those times? Well, those times are gone. You've seen something like me now, and only something like me now, and there's no getting out of seeing me ever, at least in terms of your lifetimes. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's all kind of high schoolish, wouldn't you think? High schoolish. And it drives anger. Your anger, not necessarily mine, with me, it drives the phases. It just makes me have to make another move that I would not have otherwise made. That's all you do. And none of these moves are in your favor. It's like you don't understand how this is working yet. You really don't. You are being hit from all angles actually. You are being hit spiritually, you're being hit psychologically, you're being hit politically, and that's a beautiful one there. What do you have against politics? I mean, you Southerners, man, y'all would shoot somebody if you had to engage in, say, Chicago style cutthroat politics. It's going to be some dead people in the alley, ain't it? It's gonna be some dead people in the alley, ain't it? I mean, what about the things I say actually bother you anyway? What bothers you? Is it the fact that you can't control a black body, a black voice, a black perspective? That you can't control the voice of the child of your victims? Huh? What's that like a native son? You can't abuse and exploit the native son as you have the natives? Is that what bothers you? Not that that's important. I'm just curious because I really want to know what's driving you. I've been down every alley trying to figure it out, but we've been at this so damn long that we should have arrived at the same juncture in this at the same time, and we didn't. It's like you're still in 2012 flying whirly birds. The hell is wrong with you? Or are you engaging or not? Whirly birds. At this stage. And what stage am I talking about? Currently, it's like I mentioned earlier and told you a couple of days ago. Ladies and gentlemen of the United States and the world, I haven't made a proper introduction, and I'm not going to make one now. I think that most of us, 8.2 billion, whether we like it or not, we've mostly figured out what's going on here, why, and who I am, except for knuckleheads over here. Knuckleheads, and I'm being nice. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Are you crazy? That's why I say that you should be removed. You call down wrath, but the wrath is so vast that it won't, at least not yet. But there will come a time. Well, we can get it a bit more surgical. And it ain't because it can be surgical now. It's just that you always around shit that probably shouldn't be around you. And they just don't understand the depths of your depravity and why you deserve it. Secrets, 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 secrets. But anyway, where are we going with this, man? There's a storm headed your way in a very odd storm track. To say the storms are now running from north to south, when did that start happening? I'm going to tell you again. It will seek me out, and the next one will seek me out, and the next one will also seek me out to be used against you. It's more like hammer. It's like a exclamation point to the words that I speak. An exclamation point is like the thunder offers an accent, an ambient noise as I'm speaking. Anyway, where are we going with this? It's so obvious that I can do everything I said. It's become obvious. Everyone knows it. I asked you early last year, am I friend or am I foe? Whatever is inside you made sure that you made me foe. At every turn, even now, I don't mind. I would think that every man needs an enemy. Every man needs a foe. At any rate, what exactly are we doing here? We knew this would happen. I Can I be clear? I can read the paper or the document that I sent, and it says clearly in bold letters, by all means necessary. So perhaps you have had a misunderstanding with the where the word limits and necessary. we are limitless here. Like I told you, if you just do the right thing, if you'd have done the right thing when you should have done the right thing, at the end of 400 years, we would be well on our way, and you would be just dealing with normal weather patterns that's set to expire anyway, but it wouldn't be like it is now. And the only thing, Mr. and Mr. officials of all stripes, that stand between me and you are the good people and God chosen people. That's all. I tell you this again, and you could hear me clearly. If they were not here, this would already be over with. It already would be over with. So you look at this storm. We'll see how this all goes. You think about it exactly. Why are you upset? Why are you angry? This is so predictable. It's like you have a knee jerk reaction. And I mean, do you guys actually plan this shit out? We're going to do it on, say, when he started talking about things that we find unsavory about our officials. That's when you seem to go into action. Officials. 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 I don't even like that word, official. Anyway, not my word. I don't care. They don't trump me. Neither do their reputation. Neither do their family members. Neither do their relationships with their family members or the rest of society or each other or with their constituents. Did I miss anything? Or with their God? Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. I think I covered it pretty damn well. We don't care. They each had the opportunity to do the right thing. In fact, I've only seen just the opposite. I've seen that this city run like it's someone's personal fiefdom. They just do whatever they want to do. I may have a helicopter up there now, angry again, but but it's gonna get worse, far worse, because eventually I'll start using names, and then things will start happening. You have to remember, you have no real value to the universe. You have value to each other, value to your respective organizations, value to whatever you believe in, value to whatever you would submit yourself to. You have done no such thing here. You've done no such thing unto God. You've done no such thing. But you act as though you have. You act as though you can control me, never understanding if you control me, then that means that you are controlling God. And God is in is on a warlike footing. So that means you would control him through me giving you control over legions of angels, legions of warrior angels that come to kill you. Now, I mean, that is a that is a stretch. Did you think this through? I mean, did you really think this through? And while all of this going on, we gonna step away from the local business just a second. You know, the people who never want to be and don't never want to do, now they want to see if they can not stop revelation, but stop the return of the Antichrist. Stop. No, you're not stopping anything. And the Antichrist and all like, why would you want to stop the Antichrist? Which one of you bastards are Christ-like? Don't you see the starvation? Don't you see the suffering? Shit. Don't you see the degeneracy? Hell, I live in a country that throw food away and put locks on the dumpsters to make sure hungry people don't get the food. I live in anyway. I'm not gonna. You know where we all live. I don't have to do that one. I don't have to do that one. So where are we? I mean, if we're having a test of wills, then we're having a test of wills. I mean, having a test of wills has its advantages to me because I'm going to break you, and I break you easily. Easily, I break you easily. It hasn't even gotten personal yet. But let's focus on this storm and the next one afterwards, and the next one after that. While the world wanes and mountains wax, tidal waves everywhere. That's all me. Every word activates and moves. But anyway, this is going to get ugly, isn't it? And remember, it's not because I wanted it ugly. You are living some kind of creeped out role that you must play, seemingly according to scripture. You just can't do what's right. You just can't do the right thing. You can't follow the law. You can't follow the rules. You can't be hemmed in by any boundaries or any stricture or any structure. And so you violate the rules over and over and over, and you build a system that allows you to. Then you bring in others and you teach them and you reward them when they break the rules. Each of them engaging in ever sinking levels of degeneracy to remain in those positions. We know this. We know this, and we don't care. But you should act like that is the case. Don't act like that's not the case. Even when something's not spoke of, you yourself can really, in other words, don't believe your own shit. It's okay to fool me, but don't never fall for your own bullshit. Own bullshit. So I said all of this here and really haven't said anything. The the reason being it is a question. It is a question. One longer as a question. Are we having a test of wills? When I've already said, and I know that this has to bother you that I talk this way. When I already said, that's like I'm talking to you like a child, but you made it this way. Anyway, I'm not concerned with your emotional reaction, but when I said, it's not my fault that you don't believe truth. Have I ever lied to you? So you had no real reason to not believe me. And yet you acted as though you didn't believe me. What did I say? Hmm? Just last summer, we won't be ignored and it won't be business as usual. You can try to make it that way, but that would be awfully fucking stupid when God has injected a new species onto the planet, one that would be the apex predator. End of discussion. Until somebody shows up like the Antichrist, and we shall be testing his metal. Like we're gonna test a lot of the theories. One theory that we're gonna test for sure, sooner than you think, the idea of principalities and organizations. Lord, excuse me, I'm all over the map, and I'm about to wrap this one up. Anyway, organizations and principalities. Wow. Wow. Which the Bible speaks of. It's what we do battle with. Spirits, principalities, organizations that's taken part in becoming a part of a principality. And there are many, black ones, white ones, some not even organized along those lines, but they're organized along the lines of criminality and other lines. Sometimes they can be spirituality. Anyway, that's what we fight against. And I haven't forgot what I said. Have I told you a lie? I haven't told you a lie. Yet you act as though I told you a lie. So in the face of that reality, if you were me, what would you do? Allow you to carry that notion within your head? It would be unfair to the population. It would most it would just be unfair to all involved if that was to be allowed. And is it the fact that I actually say it and maybe even have empowered the electorate in some political manner? Maybe when I say things like, you do understand, electorate, that I'm going to whack these guys. Yes, I'm going to whack them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't plan to whack them, but they forced my hand, and now I'm going to have to whack them. So that means you need to leave because I'm going to whack them. And then they will say, we can't leave. Nowhere to go. Prices are high, gas is high, food's high, rent's high. Everybody don't have fungible income to flee to the hills. But that's not going to stop me from whacking them. That's going to make me warn them that there is a way out of the whacking. I mean, for them, because I'm still going to whack them. There's no way out of them getting whacked because there's no mention of all of the crime and the cannibalism and the sexual assaults and the rapes and the baby raping and all the screams and the misery and the suffering. Oh my God. Over and over all day. Even right now, there's someone out there suffering, hungry, and getting ate up by freaking mosquitoes. As I speak, you think about that one. In fact, I could probably take you right where they at. What a terrible world we live in. But back to me and you. We're going to wrap this up. And the electorate. I'm going to whack these guys. This is the scenario. They have violated God. They have violated the sanctity of God. They have mocked and cursed God. Not to mention done very bad things to the population at large with schemes and plots and plans that they have gathered amongst themselves and taken crafty counsel against God's people and those who would serve God. Crafty counsel. That's not the problem. The problem is they got caught at it. And then rather than act like I am caught, they acted like I can dominate, or, and the alternative, there's nothing anyone can do about it. And they did this with me being here, knowing full well, if he really wants to, he can do something about it. And that's how we arrive here. These guys, and when I use the term whack, what I'm really saying is they ass gotta go. I wouldn't give a fuck how they go. They can leave, go have a cup of tea. Not your, just don't show up at work. The world is a battlefield everywhere, on 5 levels, on 5 levels. And now I'm drifting. So let's not have a test of wills. Most definitely, you need to play your cards right. You really do. I say this to those who are in power in Harris County and those who are in power in the city of Houston. Something I've never done before. So we're on another level. Okay? We're on another level, and we've turned the corner. You've done what you've done. I've done what I've done. I've said what I said. And understand, don't ever think that God is going to make me a liar and I'm going to make God a liar. I come armed, heavily armed. This is just a new reality. This is not bragging. This is not arrogance. This is just intelligence. Heavily armed, okay? And heavily protected. Hell, I walk out there right now and there's some strange story that you think is a star watching this house. right now. Right now. I don't even have to look right now. But anyway, that's neither here or there. I wouldn't recommend that you have this test of wills, and understand that we control, like the bald head man said. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. I heard a bald man say in both amusement and some kind of mockery when I had said that the weather that belongs to us. And he said, so you're saying that you have atmospheric control. And I said to him, completely, completely. I am source, I am seven, I am one.